Good afternoon, YouTube. What's good? How's everyone doing? Today is October 23, 2019. And before I start, let me show you guys the improvement with the waves. A lot of people tell me this silky is fire, this do-rag. I got it off of Amazon, and it came in like packs of 4. But this is my progress right now. As you can see, it took me about what 1.5 months to get to this level of waviness. And it's easy to get waves. You just got to be consistent, and that's what life is about. And I'm very blessed right now. I'm happy. I got my I'm looking fleet. I'm looking fly. This is a South Korea turtleneck. A lot of people tell me it's like fire, so I wore it. Today I'm making this video because I'm very totally blessed to be here. I feel everything's gonna be organic, and I'm one with nature, according to Spiritual Soul. I'll be watching a lot of his videos. Like I said in my last vlog, I called it a self vlog, and this is like another self vlog, and I'm just gonna talk. And Spiritual Soul, I just feel like he speaks for us millennials, and that's what I like to do in my spare time. I like to draw, or like watch YouTube videos like Complex. I'm into fashion, I'm like into like, my mind is like constantly like if it's creativity, like anything like that, like I'm interested, like even with sports. I put myself in a position where I like a little bit of everything, even with like, I'm not political, but I like to read a little bit of Forbes here and there, and High Snobiety, Complex, like I said earlier, GQ. That's what I like to read on my news app. And I'm making this video again because I relapsed on social media, and I had told you guys that I had set a reminder on my phone to, it was the 15th that I was gonna be back on social media, but no, I had relapsed because one of the reasons is because I turned 22, and I have like this fear of missing out, and I'm still like trying to like, that fear is what I'm trying to beat. And Cal Newport, he talks about it, my author, and I did it again because of Cal Newport. And it was a morning where in my mornings, I usually wake up and I try not to look at my phone for a certain amount of time, like maybe 15 minutes, or like maybe 30, or it could be up to an hour. And what I had did, if I could remember, is that I was watching this interview with Dan Bilzerian on the London Rail, and he was talking about how laziness is like what is stopping us from like doing things. And with Dan Bilzerian, I mean, this guy, I kind of look up to him because he's a millionaire. He got rich off of poker. He throws parties where like he would have like rich people like P Diddy, or like maybe 50 Cent, like those type of people would come to the party, and it will be like tons of girls, like really really fine hot ladies. I love beautiful girls. And I watched the interview, and I mean, this guy, he's just awesome. And he talked about like the effects of social media too. And like, I be telling people like, I be thinking it's only me, but this is a real world problem. You just walk in the street and you see everyone on their phones. And I watched the whole interview on the London Rail, and this guy motivated me to kind of like get up and go to the gym, and that's what I did. And in the gym, I like to listen to house music. It makes you really focused, or like I would listen to a podcast. So what I did was I had turned on the podcast with my the people that really inspire me with podcasts are Jay Shetty, definitely with podcasts, and but this time I had listened to the Roommates podcast, and that's on YouTube. And it's with two black guys. They talk about like real world problems with love, struggle, uh, anything, any topic, and they have like people, influencers on the media come and talk. And this one person that came and talked was Cal Newport. And I was hyped because, I read the book like 7 times, but what I could never beat is that 30-day social media detox, which is what I'm on right now. And Cal Newport was just talking about like the effects, the negative effects, and like it made me think. And like I was just working out to it, and the workout was like an hour. No, the podcast was like an hour long. So during that hour, I had went to the barbershop, and like I was just thinking about it. Like I really don't need social media unless like it's not making me any money. It's like it's not like connecting me to any. I don't know. Like I feel like with social media, it just helps me put out my art and like my ideas, cause like I'm not like your regular millennial. Like I just like to learn. Like I like to learn a lot, and I'm 22 and I feel blessed, like I said. And I took all social media away from my phone, and I just felt like a sense of peace. And what I did was I was just very happy about it. And what happened? Oh, I did not tell anyone about like me. This time I didn't tell anyone that I'm getting off of social media, because like before I used to tell people like I'm doing it 30 days. Some people would be like, yo, you crazy. Like I can't be like, I've went 20 days and like I know what it feels like. And that's what I did. And the reason why I got back on was because I got a lot of birthday wishes, and I wanted to see that, this and that. And another thing is that helped me when I got back on is what I would put a time limit for my social media on my phone. I would put like 2 hours, and it would like remind me like you have like 5 minutes on this app. So I would still ignore it, but like I would still not be on there like as much. And I saw like the effects. And what happened is that I'm trying to get my thoughts together right now, because before I created this video, my adrenaline was pumping. Like it was just cause like I don't know, it was like as if like I saw my first crush in high school, and like like you just see this girl in high school and you're like scared to talk to her. And that's how I used to be like my freshman year. But now I'm over that, because I could pull up on any shorty. But I'm not worried about that, because I gotta stay on my grind. What happened was this time I learned not to like look at my views, because like whenever I'm on Snapchat, I'm like always like constantly like seeing like who viewed this, viewed that. And that helped me a lot, because like when I'm posting, I'm generally doing it for me. And then with Instagram too, and with Twitter, like whenever I'm like scrolling on Instagram and Twitter, I like be like, why am I on there? Like like you just get bored, and like you do something with your time that you genuinely like watching anime, Sword Art Online, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, One Piece. A lot of people be hating on Sword Art Online. Alicization, y'all sleep. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like the fan base for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is crazy. Like it's massive, yo. Like that show, I wouldn't say it's better than Naruto, but like yo, that show is crazy. But it's weird at the same time. So it's not for your like, I don't know. A lot of people say it's weird, but I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And One Piece too. One Piece is too long, but these are things that I want to do in like the real life. I want to draw, and I want to do things with my my leisure. I think that's what Cal Newport called it, like leisure activities, or leisure time. I want to do like productive things with my time. And the reason why I didn't tell people like I'm off social media, because it's good. You guys gonna see my eyes dilate a lot, because I took notes this time. and it gives me like a brainstorm of what I'm gonna talk about. And you know, it's not good to tell people your goals, because the reason is because when you tell others what you're planning on doing, it makes you less likely to follow through, and it it and it stops you from actually achieving those goals. And uh I considered Tom's advice, and like I didn't know like I would have like with my last video I didn't get a lot of views, but um I didn't really care about that, because some people like I want to like I feel like these videos are towards people that are like going through it. Like, if you're sad, do not be sad, just keep going. Like, yo, like life is beautiful. Like, I think that's what these videos are towards. It's like towards, it's not for the masses, I would say, but I would say like it's towards the people who don't really know, because like they're still stuck on their phones, and it's like a, I don't know, you see it, and I'm not the only person going through it. And someone in this world might see this video right now, and like they might feel motivated to go out there and be the best of themselves. And I've gotten bigger, my skin looks nice, like I take care of myself. Oh, I take cold showers too, and that's very important, because it closes your pores and it stops dirt from entering your body. And I found this guy on YouTube. He's called Opulence then Health. Opulence then Health. And this guy, he talks about like, I know a lot of people are like this is a real world problem, and he talks about like semen retention and like nofap, and he talks about like how nofap is not real, and like that it stops you from like it stops you from like doing like it's psychologically, like if you keep fapping, then like you're gonna like become sad or like depressed. And I listened to this podcast about it, and it's called Fight the New Drug on Apple Podcasts. Like, people don't be using the Apple Podcast, I'm telling you. Like, yo, like it has a lot of things on there. And with Fight the New Drug, there was like this episode that I like with Lamar Odom. This guy, he used to beat his meat all the freaking time, and like that really like stopped him from like his performance in playing ball. And like this guy, he used to sleep with tons of girls, like tons of girls. Like, he used to be on the bed with them, and he would like finish off, like, and like those girls would just be like, yo, like, was I not good enough, this and that. And like he was just depressed for a long time, and like he started doing that as a kid, and the long-term effects was very detrimental, because you know Khloe Kardashian, he dated at the time, and like I guess she called him a pig or whatever. But he also had other addictions too, like doing coke and stuff like that. And like these are things that the masses don't know, because they're constantly on like social media, Twitter. Like, there's like other things that you can figure out before they like go on like these social media platforms. Like, you can figure these things out, and the masses don't know that. And I say the masses because you guys don't know, and you guys don't do the research. And with on my reminder, I told myself I would not go on social media till November 18th, and that's coming up right now. And matter of fact, if you guys can see the waves, I just want to show you guys one more time. And I'm gonna call this vlog self vlog 2, because the other one was another vlog. And I had put in my with the book that I'm reading, Billionaire Success Habits by Dean Grossosi. Some part of the book really inspired me, and on my phone I had put to be optimistic, enthusiastic, and loving at 10 a.m. to you can handle anything at 3 p.m. and you are truly blessed. Be grateful. Damn, I'm sick. Pollens. Sorry about that. That was disgusting. 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. These are things that I see like every day, and I like mark it as completed. And I watch a whole lot of YouTube, like I said, and the YouTube videos that have like a lot of impact on me. This guy just figuratively I recently found was Opulence, then Health, How to Beast with David. I like that channel. David, like, he really built my confidence. Like, I used to be really shy around girls. Now it's just like I pull up on any shorty I want, like I said. And Stephiscold, this guy, he makes me like want to grind more, you know, stay focused, and not to be like if I get left on red, it's whatever. Like, I'm moving on. And what else? The podcast I told you guys earlier, Roommates Podcast. And yeah, and this morning what I did was I listened to this podcast called, on Apple Podcast, called Apple Podcasts. Jesus Christ. Like, I can't believe this is happening right now. The Art of Manliness. And it was Nair Eyal, and he's a behavioral design expert, and he wrote a book about it's called Indistractable: How to Control Your Attention and Choose Your Life. And I actually listened to this podcast before I made this video, and like, it's not only me. He did the social media detox for 30 days too, and he even went like crazy with it. Like, he bought another phone. He kind of like, he stayed away from his iPad and like certain technologies because it didn't, he and his wife didn't really have a good relationship. So he figured out like these technologies are, you know, stopping him from like doing what he wants best. And like, he gets phone calls like after he wrote like some book. I think it's, I'm not sure what the book is called. He got a lot of phone calls from like these companies calling him about like these interviews, this and that. So this guy, he's very successful right now. And in the podcast, he talks about the struggle, like the feeling of being distracted. And it said, you likely think that modern technology is to blame, and that if your phone wasn't so infuriatingly desirable to check, you'd be a lot more focused and productive. Like, you can't be blaming your phone. Like, you gotta blame you. Sometimes, like, I put the blame on me. Like, literally, I just be like, yo, it's me. Like, I'm kind of like not doing good on calculus right now. I'm a engineering major, and I just told myself like, yo, this is me. Like, it's my fault. Like, I gotta like step my game up and get a better grade. And you know, I'm doing good so far, so wish me luck with my my career choices and such. And another thing I want to talk about is cold showers. It has a lot of benefits, and it closes your pores and stop dirt from entering your body. And like, I take cold showers, and like, I time myself. Sometimes I'll go like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and like, sometimes it feel like as if like, I can't remember the last time I took a hot shower, but like, every time I take a cold shower, I feels like, it just always feels like the first time. Like, I'm scared to get in. But sometimes I'm just like, after a long day of work, and like sweating and everything, because like, I do kind of labor, so it's kind of like moving around a lot. And like, I get in the shower and I just like do it for like 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and I come right back out and I feel like amazing, like, you know. And like, yeah, like, it closes your pores, stop dirt from entering. Maybe that's why my skin looks so nice. You feel me? I take care of myself. Make sure you get a nice shape up. You know, make sure you look good, you know. Make sure you look good, have a nice smile, bright, everything. And like, this is me, like yeah. What else can I talk about here? With Tom, I have a friend named Tom, and he had given he was like my friend in high school, and he's from England, so he has an English accent. And he played for Orlando City, and I don't know like about the ranks, but like he really paid for the team, maybe like a lower teen rank in high school, and he gave me his jersey, his Orlando City jersey, to ask this girl Shelby out on prom, and I did it, and it was with the help of my friend Junior. Junior helped me, and he held the poster. I wanted it to be like soccer themed, so I put something like "Would you kick it to prom with me?" and like a goal shooting and like the goalie thing, and like and she was amazed by it. Like she said she was sweet about it. You know, she said she would put it in her diary, and that was like 4 years ago. And imagine I'm 22 now, so like time like went by so fast, you know. And I remember like I had put it in my Instagram stories, and like I put throwback and then Shelby her ad name, and then she saw it. She was like, she said something like "ah" something, and I was like, thank you for these sweet memories. And I and I said like that was probably the best decision I made in my during high school. And you know, she liked it, whatever, you know, like I was very shy back then. Now it's just like I'm more confident, you know. I stay on my grind, stay on my purpose, you know. I think that's what really matters. And yeah, another thing is I think because of Tom, I kind of like looked into the London scene. And he's from England, and me, I'm like into like, I kind of like, it kind of made me want to like look into England. And that's why I'm like really into like um the English scene now. Like I listen to English music heavy. Skepta, Captain Conan, this new guy I listen to called Fredo. I think he has an album called Third Avenue. I mess with that album heavy, yo. Like, even my older brother, I was like, he was hating on me the other day. He was telling me, why you listening to this English music? Like, you want to put people on or something? Oh, of course, bruh. Like, no one in my city like that listen to English music. Like, Skepta, these guys are like, they don't just like, they go around the world and like make good music. And like they tour. There's this other artist I'm thinking about. Shoot, there's this other artist I'm thinking about. But yeah, I listen to a lot of like, I started with grime, and then like now I think like the scene changed, and like it's kind of like more popping music right now. Like kind of like Lil Baby, they look up to that. And you can tell too. Like if you listen to Pop Smoke, you can tell like Baby Welcome to the Party. If you listen to the production of that song, you can tell like it's not like it's a English beat. Like he got the beat from an English beat. And you know, I'm a music enthusiast too. That's the thing. Like I like to listen to albums, and I think like NBA Youngboy and like Jada Youngin, they like make you cope with loneliness and struggle. And like NBA Youngboys, I was walking yesterday and I listened to NBA Youngboy's whole album, and Jada Youngin too. And it makes you think like, yo, like even with struggle and everything, it makes you want to love a shorty too. Like makes you want to get it in a relationship despite all the bad thing that's happening. Because I feel like that's their piece, like to find love despite like the struggle and everything. And like, cause they're always surrounded by trouble, so it's like music for them, and then love that kind of like makes them step away from all that trouble. And I listen to that, and I just put myself in the position of just like with music, I think about how like it relates to me, and you know, it relates to the rapper. I even do research too. Like I would like watch a lot of No Jumper podcasts. That's all I used to do in high school. Like watch a lot of interviews. Like with No Jumper, I like been knew. Like when people started jumping on the wave, like I just like sit back as if I'm like drinking a champagne. Like I've been knew, bruh. Yeah, with like Ian Connor. With Ian Connor was probably the first interview I saw on No Jumper, and I look up to No Jumper a lot. Adam is great. You feel me? Like he's the probably like top 10 coolest white dudes in the world, you know? Like he gets along with everyone, and he's chill. You know, he just sits down with you, have an interview, and sometimes he would have his interviews with his girlfriend, Lena the Plug. She's fine as hell, and yeah, I think this is the end. Well, this is the end of this self vlog, and like and subscribe, share by any chance, and you guys have a nice day.